trying to effectively handle his particular problem. Hi.
Hi, Luis.
Pepe.
How are you?
Good, and
See you.
yourself? Good to see you.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you again.
Just checking in, make sure everything's going. We're well received because we're actually taking that extra step to take the time out and knock on doors and to leaflet and say, hey, you know, this is where we are. Louis and I, our cell phone numbers are on those flyers. So it's about keeping them informed and saying, listen, our door's open, our phone lines are open. Any hour of the day you need to call us with a concern, you call us.
Additionally, there's numbers there where you can contact us in the event you have any questions, any inquiries, or any problems you may have regarding the construction. You can contact us and we'll come and try to resolve any issues you might have regarding that problem. Okay?
Very good. That's fine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I think for the community, I think there's a sense of disconnect, and they like to feel that inclusion in the process, being informed, educated about what we're trying to get accomplished, and just being an ear for them to either vent or express their concerns and have some sort of resolution to their issues if they do come up. So it's really just about including them in the process of what we're trying to get accomplished, which is to fix a public health issue that needs to be done over.
Well, I think it's a positive thing. Being working construction like I did, I know what is storm sewer and I know what is sewer. And both things are going together to the same place, and I think what they try to do is to separate them. And I think that's a great idea.
Well, I think the MDC is doing a good job of including everyone. They're very committed to seeing that the community is informed, and they're making every effort to take consideration the needs of the mercantile community as well as the residents with regard to the construction.
Oh, definitely, it's a better system. Everybody will understand the way it works right now, and the way we will be a much better way of doing it. Yes, definitely.
The outreach is about incorporating everybody the areas are going to be impacted, and I think that they're doing a good job because they're saying that, you know, our door is open. Call us if you need to. And a lot of organizations, and I think it's businesses, quasi-municipal pieces, they don't think about that piece to the puzzle. And a lot of times it's important because it eliminates a lot of concerns and stresses, and sometimes eliminates phone calls as well. It minimizes complaints, but it puts people into the equation as opposed to extracting them from it.
His leaders look like they're coming out onto the lawn rather than into the basement.
I didn't do it.
Hey,
Holy crap, is this a
Mr.
rain?
Williams, how are you doing?
Good, good. That's good. I think Louis and this guy, they're doing a good job. I keep seeing them in the neighborhood, and that's what I want to see. They keep the neighbors informed. They advise them if there's going to be a problem. That's exactly what I wanted. They put flyers out. That's great.
I'm very familiar with a lot of these people. Many of them know us personally, and there's an outlet for them. You know, they're included in the process. Information is conveyed to them. There's a avenue, a resource for them to go to in the event that they have any questions or they have any problems that may arise. There's a source by which they can then solve that particular issue, whatever that might be.
All right, Marilyn, now how many homes and businesses will your organization be working with over the years? I understand it's a very large area with that project.
The Sama Collaborative over the years will ultimately work on 800 homes and businesses. As we start the phase 2 of this project, we will start on the first tranche of homes very soon. We don't have the exact homes yet, but it will be 3 to 5 years at least for the 800 homes and businesses in the South Hartford area.
All right, thank you. Another area where old combined sewer systems need to be separated is the Burton Street project, and that includes several streets: Sigourney, Burton, Magnolia, and Irving Streets out in North Hartford. Let's take a look at how the Upper Albany Main Street Association is getting the word out in that part of town.
I know the neighborhood very well. When I was 7 years old, my father, Alan, opened his hardware store here, and I've been walking the community and interacting with the community ever since then. Oh, good morning. How you doing?
Hi.
Can I talk to you for a second? Well, I haven't run into any major concerns with the residents. They've known about this project for a long time, and they're actually happy that it's coming on board now. Okay, I'll talk to you. Well, we're focusing on the Burton Street project, which consists of Burton Street, Magnolia, Irving, and Sigourney Street. Essentially what the project is the clean water separation. Currently, right now, you have a CSO, which is a combined sewage overflow, and through the DEP, Department of Environmental Protections, they've mandated that you have a clean water system now. What that entails is separating the existing line, which collects all your stormwater, rain meter water, and sanitary lines, and breaking that into two different systems, one for rainwater and stormwater, and one for sanitary. Thank you, sir. This project is very important to the residents. A, it's a health issue, and B, it brings more wealth to the neighborhood, knowing that their systems are going to be up to par as far as their neighboring communities such as West Hartford and Bloomfield and Simsbury and Wethersfield. So they're happy that it's finally on board now. Yeah. I would characterize MDC's effort as very steadfast and tough-minded and hard work and dedication to making the neighborhood a better place. And I'm really glad that they've actually got the resources and the manpower to implement the changes that they've been wanting to do for a long time. So I think they're doing a great job. Your basements aren't being flooded with backup water.
Okay.
And so we
Give me a
want
minute. Hold on.
you need to have people that know people in the community to bridge that gap to make the project run as smooth as possible.
All right, you just saw more evidence of the outreach program at work. And Greg, let's go back to you. In many of these neighborhoods, it's not just about the MDC giving them new pipes and everything. I mean, whole streets are being dug up, trees are being cut down. That affects the quality of life there. Tell us a little bit more about that aspect.
Well, the goal with that is the MDC, the community always had an outlook that once you start beautifying something, MDC would come in, maybe dig it up after. But our goal was to go in there and accomplish a lot of the internal underneath things and beautify the community after, giving them new streets, curb to curb, landscape, and just pretty much better in the neighborhood and bringing up the standard and quality of the neighborhoods to where they are and should be.
Follow, was it an easy sell? Is it easier now for you when you go and meet and greet people in the neighborhoods than it was, say, maybe at the beginning?
Yes, it's much easier, and I will let the community groups really handle that question because they're out there and they're doing a lot of the footwork for that particular community, and it's a benefit. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from it. Okay. But the internal work is coming from our community groups.
And speaking of the community groups, that's the key for Corain and Corain. North Hartford out there, one of them that's seen a lot of work already is the Edgewood Street project. Tell us how your group is working with MDC and making that thing run smoothly.
Basically, we started off our campaign with a lot of door-to-door knocking. We also did a open house on a Saturday. We invited the residents to come out. We had light refreshments, and our first approach was to make sure that it was warm and inviting. So we brought them in, introduced them to the program, walked them through the construction phases and what to expect at each phase. And we've made a point that at each phase we still do it again. Right now, we're practically wrapping up the trees, and we're going to have a community meeting on tomorrow night. So the key is information, notification, and making sure that the residents are aware of what's going on and they feel included in the process.
We hear all the time about how community members aren't involved enough, but once they get the information, are you finding that more community